Hey girl, the week is almost done. We are officially on Thursday, so let's get into a lash confession for the week. So, today we are going to talk about burnout, learning how to schedule yourself, and learning how to take a break. So, when it comes to being a lash artist, when it comes to just being an entrepreneur, it is really hard sometimes to learn when you need to slow down or when you need to take a break, okay? I have been there before. I am a very, very hard worker. I will just go and go and go and go until sometimes my body just can't take anymore, or sometimes I get really, really sick. And I know this is not healthy, so that's why I want to talk about it and talk about some ways that you can help prevent this from happening, and talk about how you can, find solutions to help you from preventing burnout, because that's not what we want. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do to make sure we prevent burnout is we want to make sure that we do not I'm sorry, y'all. I have something stuck in my throat and it keeps coming out when I'm trying to talk. We want to make sure that we do not overschedule ourselves, okay? So if you know that you only operate at your best from, let's say, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., then that's when we want to schedule our clients. If you're not a morning person, let's say you like to work later, and let's say you work your best time is from 1 to 5 or 1 to 7, whatever your best time is that you show up and you feel the best when working those hours, that's going to be your routine. So that's how you're going to want to set your schedule, so that way your clients can get used to those times that you have available and then go from there, okay? So that's number one. Number two is making sure you are not taking no more than So you want to make sure that you are not taking no more, there it goes again. You want to make sure that you are not taking no more than 3 to 5 clients daily. Anything over 5 clients is really going to burn out your body, and it's just not healthy. And whenever I first started, I used to take 5 to 7 clients, sometimes 8 clients a day. Don't ask me how I was doing it. I don't know how I was doing it. I do not recommend it to anyone. And that's why I'm telling y'all, this is why your prices should be set to where you want to. That way you can take as little as clients you want per day while still making your money that you need to. So yeah, make sure that you are not taking no more than 5 clients a day is pushing it too, I feel like. So yeah. Also make sure that you are treating your body right. So make sure that you are working out, make sure you're drinking your water, make sure you are stretching. I tell all of my students, all of my girls, go get a foam roller, a foam. So yeah, get you a yoga mat, a foam roller, and like I said, just make sure that you are working your body, because I used to be at jobs where I was standing on my feet all day, or it was always a physical job, so my feet would be hurting all the time after I got off work. But when I transferred over to being a lash artist, sitting down all day took a toll on me, and it was really, really hard for my body to get adjusted to that. So make sure that you get a foam roller, make sure you're stretching, because if not, if you are just doing it constantly, time and time again, your body's gonna just start to hunch over. So you need to make sure you're stretching, make sure you are working your back muscles, your arms, things like that, okay? So that's another way. Another thing I recommend is turning off your phone, learning when to work your hours. Whenever you are on your phone, you can be on your phone, but whenever you are with your family, when you're at dinner, when you're with your partner, with your dog, try to put the phone away, so that way you can. So yes, put the phone away, make sure you can enjoy the time that you have with them and really be present in the moment. I cannot tell you how many times that I felt bad because I was literally messaging people back about appointments and things like that. This is why we have created a booking app. This is why we have a link for our clients to go to, so they can find availability, time, and stuff on their own time. Okay, so make sure that you kind of set that boundary whenever starting your business or you're in your business. Make sure you set the boundary of hey, these are my work hours. This is when I respond to messages, and I'm not going to be responding to you at 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes if you are available and you're awake and you want to, that's okay, but don't make it a habit, because then your clients will start to understand that as well. I could just text her whenever, call her whenever, she'll always answer. Okay, so that's another way to prevent burnout on that end. Okay, and another thing is making sure that you So when it comes to creating content and when it comes to setting up your schedule, I really recommend that you pick one day out of the week, whether it's your off day or maybe it's one of your more chill days where you don't have clients and stuff like that, set one of those days to where you can create content for the week. That way you can just post all of that content throughout the week. That way you're not having to sit there and be like, oh, what can I post? What video can I post? What picture can I post? You can actually just create all of this at one time. And now Instagram and a lot of the other apps have where you can set times to post your content. You can even get a scheduler to help you put some of that content out there. So that's super important. That way you're not having, I know what that does to your brain whenever you're like, what can I post? How can I post this? Those sort of thing. Okay. That is really all that I have as far as burnout, making sure you schedule yourself right, make sure you work out, make sure you take time off as needed. And that's really all. Okay, so piggybacking off of the scheduled content and getting your schedule set, making sure, so there is a tool on Instagram that you can use. It's called a saved reply. Okay, so if you're a lash artist, I'm not sure if anyone's seen mine, but whenever someone messages me, it automatically sends a message back. So that way my clients know that I am thankful for their business and thankful for them for reaching out and sending me a message. However, I'm probably busy at the moment, so I will get back to them as soon as I can. Whenever you set one of those replies, your clients, they take it a little bit better, because sometimes you cannot be replying and then you're posting pictures on your story and stuff, and your clients will be like, so she just doesn't want to answer my message back? And you're like, no, I'm just working and I cannot get to the message right now. So these are just a couple of ways to help prevent the burnout. I hope that these were all helpful. I will post this on my YouTube so that way you can watch it all full in depth, and I will add a couple of keynotes.